Got a little load of scrap metal ready for the yard. This was kind of an interesting find. I didn't show this in any videos. It's a 12-inch roll of galvanized steel sheet. It's a real heavy dude. And unfortunately, I don't have a use for it. So it's going to the scrapyard. That's one problem with my videos, is people watch them and there's people out there that could use that. And there's probably someone right now with a project saying, I could use it right now. I'm going to have just enough time, hopefully, to take in a couple more loads after this. And I know that these small loads, a truck would be better. But I'm going to dumpster dive on the way home, hitting a bunch of dumpsters, and it's not possible in a truck. So there's no real perfect way to do what I do. But this outweighs any other way, for me personally, what I do. I'll see you at the scrapyard, and then we're going to go from the scrapyard back home, dumpster diving. Second load. There's that anchor I found a while back. Had that sitting around. I really don't have a way to sell it. Tried to sell it at that flea market, and I just don't have time to mess with that kind of stuff. So to the scrapyard it goes. Load 3. It's a bit of a garbage load. Some decent stuff in there, I suppose. There's the receipt. Category on the left. Net weight, second from left. Price, second from right. Total on the far right. Oh, you want to get involved? Oh, I'm jealous. You're giving them attention. What do you want? There it all is. If you want to pause, take a look at it. It's $34.02. Prices are real low right now. Even brass is at $1.20. So out of those loads, I picked out some keepers. Xbox cables, a couple of them, AV and power, a little DVD, and some stuff that wasn't going to weigh, and stuff I didn't have prepared, ready to go. This is a lead battery in here. This place doesn't take lead batteries, so I ran it up to the battery shop, just right down the street. So it's probably going to be $1. So this was about $35 or so. I'll see what I get for that battery. Here's one thing I never really pointed out in the video before. It's more than just a double tote deal. I can stack, like see there's 4 there. I could stack a dozen if I really wanted to. So ideally, what I would do is I'll fill up a tote, take it back to the storage unit, drop it off, take an empty tote out, fill it up, take it back to storage unit, drop it off, take an empty tote, go out, fill it up, so on and so on. Making these YouTube videos has me clogged up, so here in the coming week or two, I'm going to show you how I usually do it, how I used to do it. Battery shop action. It's just a little guy. That's what was in that backup power deal. Just a little dude. That might be 5 pounds, maybe. Let's see. So going back earlier in the video to where I was talking about this is better than a truck for me. Not going to the scrapyard, it's not, but coming home from the scrapyard, it is, because I'm gonna dumpster dive the whole way, and there's stuff like this out there, and this is the good stuff. I hit maybe 10 dumpsters before I got here, and just a little, kind of a little shelf that goes on a wall. Not bad. I'll just scrap it, Not much else I can do. Some cores, and actually I found a real nice clipper set. It had all the different clippers in there, and that thing looks like it's totally unused. Normally I would just throw those in my scrap pile, but that's a fairly high quality little deal. I'm gonna have to use that for myself. I'll take it home and put some rubbing alcohol on it and wash it up real good. I've never ever kept one of those before, but that one is exceptional. And looks like someone just tossed the PS3 in there by itself. I guess because of the new viewers, there's constantly going to be people wondering why I don't use a truck or whatever. And so I'm just going to run part of this route real time for a while, and I should explain things pretty well. I already went through that big complex. So for the newcomers, what you're seeing here is literally impossible to do on any other kind of vehicle. Well, I should say four-wheel vehicle, car, truck. I mean, it can be done, but just what you're watching here in the first 60 seconds might take 5 minutes. You know, because situations like this right here, this is actually a driveway that's been blocked off by a dumpster, so I'm not really going through anyone's yard right there, but that should pretty well explain. I know it baffles a lot of people when I say this can't be done in a truck. Wow, look at that, all that meat in there, steaks, and a whole 2 great big double glazed brown sugar hams. They look pretty rotten. Cats will be in there tonight. Hopefully the coons don't come up out of the creek and get stuck in there. You know, those hams are actually ice cold. I'll put this thing in here in case any coons get stuck in here tonight. They have a way out. Maybe. What is it? That's Poochie Friends? What? Those are your friends. Okay. What? Those are your friends. Huh? So anyway, that pretty much explains why it's better for me overall to use a vehicle like this, because this is the backbone of what I do. It's all about covering as much ground as possible to find the cream of the crop items, you know. When I originally came to YouTube, I was trying to start a website for people to sell and buy scrap metal. So I called it Scrap Vulture, and I was focused on that. But that site didn't work out, so I know my name Scrap Vulture throws some people off, thinking it's, you know, just strictly a scrap metal site channel. And scrap metal is just one of the things I do. So looking back on it, I probably would have came up with a different name, because I know the word scrap leads people to believe that I'm scrapping for a living only, and then they see these little loads and they're like, what are you doing, you know? So, oh well, I can't change my name now. Little LED light strip. Huh. Another question I get often is about those cans in there. I can just smell the funk. Those cans in there are disgusting. It says 10 on that one. Actually some sort of safe, well, probably a firebox back there, I guess. But it's worth checking out, you never know. Oh, it's just out of my reach. All that for nothing. Little flat screen action. For those of you that watched my video when I talked about board sort and how they started taking flat screens, I think they just had added that to their site. It's not $3.50 a pound, it's $3.50 per item, so that kind of squishes the shipping it through the mail to them. $3.50 a pound would have been absolutely incredible. I suppose. I'll put it here in the curb. Nice little transformer. I'm not sure what those are, but they're full of copper. Huh. It's kind of little motors, I suppose. Anybody know what those are specifically? They would be bolted down on 3 sides somewhere. Heavy little dudes. Little electrical outlet on the side of that one, or on the side there. What do we have here? I figured there'd be a scrapper around here. What's up, man? I seen that from the street out there. How's your finger? How's your finger? Hey, it looks better than it used to. I guess I can't pick out of there. Later. It's always a welcome sight. These chunky little pieces too. Half-pound #1 copper right there. Oh, what is that? Ouch! It's not a bad little deal. I might have to take that for myself. It's got some oil in it, but I'm gonna have to have that. It's a catch pan for oil. 16 quart drain container, I guess for anything you want to drain into it. I can use that and fill that up. That way I don't have to keep disposing my oil in little increments. I can just fill that big old dog up. It's nice. I don't know how much that would cost at the store. I've never priced those before. I would imagine 20 bucks, 25 bucks maybe, something like that. Little penny action. That's your Poochie Friend. It's okay, it's okay. Oh. Probably pay attention to what I'm doing here. I had the camera off on accident. Thought it was on my last score. Got some silverware and stuff. Nothing worth showing on camera, but there it is. Oh my goodness. Is that your Poochie Friends? What? That's your Poochie Friend? That's your Poochie Friends? Oh. There's some more tin down there, but it's gonna stay where it's at. Collapsible chairs, and it looked like those cheap deep fat fryers with all the oil was spilled all over everything down there. So I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at there. Oh shoot, I didn't even see that box. I was focusing on this stuff here. I thought there might have been brass. Pay attention to this garbage disposal sitting there. Nice little bit of scrap metal. Be a lot better if prices would come up. Once upon a time that was 30 cents a pound. That was like over a $3 item right there. How the good old days, huh? Garbage disposal weighs about 12 pounds or so, so it would have been $3.60. Today it's gonna bring 70 cents, 84 cents, ballpark. cords and stuff peeking out at me. Let's see what I'm dealing with here. Lots of times I'll just scrap these out right here on spot, but my screwdriver is down underneath this tote and I just don't feel like messing with it right now. It's not that big of a deal. Just zap that motor off of there. 4 little screws is all it is. But it rides real nice just the way it is. Not a bad deal. I started the trip home at about 5:15 and got here about 7. Well, it's not 7 now, it's about 8, but it's about an hour and a half or so it took me to get home. So everything you saw is the result of a trip home from the scrapyard. About an hour and a half labor. And in a car or a truck, it simply would have taken hours and hours, 3 or 4 hours to do that, maybe 3 hours at least. I don't know. It wouldn't be fun, I can tell you that much. These prices are so low, I got to looking closer at them. The #1 insulated copper wire is all the way down to 75 cents a pound. That was just awful. I think that's the worst I've ever seen it. Oh boy. I've just always been expecting the prices to come back up. Maybe they never will, you know. The lead batteries are down to 20 cents a pound. That's no good. I wasn't sure last week if it was right or not, and it's definitely right. It wasn't, there's no like difference between truck or car batteries. It's just lead batteries where I live are at 20 cents. They dropped from 30 cents to 20 cents right away. That's a pretty big drop. Here's that tool I was talking about. Just makes it so nice and easy. And I suppose, you know, now that prices are low, it's worth it to get every little bit of copper you can get. You know, instead of just selling that for brass, I'll go ahead and take off the little bits of copper. I'm working with the camera in one hand, so but anyways, that tool could pay for itself. Just in little copper bits, I suppose, huh? Cleaning stuff up real good. Not too shabby. For those of you that haven't seen a tool like this in action, check this out. Just goes through there like butter. Anyways, you see these laying around at scrapyards all the time. Real popular tool at a scrapyard. They're called cable cutters, I think is the technical name for them. Okay, it's good and dark out here now. Hope you enjoyed riding along with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks for watching.